Help me, Mama.
Hello everybody, this is Emily for Help Me Mama. Today I'm going to be talking about strollers and just what I think of them, when to get them, what kind is best for what sort of scenarios. So let's just dive on in. If I were to go back to pre-baby, pre-Owen, if I was registering for my first baby, I would not get a stroller at all. And I'll tell you why. I have a stroller. I appreciate a stroller. I love strollers now. But when I had a first baby, what I kind of learned along the way is that when you're only having one, or when you only have one, it's so much easier to just put them in a baby backpack. So first time around, if you only have one baby, twins is a different deal. First baby, I would just ask for an ergo or a similar, compatible, whatever, baby backpack that you can use from the time they're teeny tiny, newborn. Now my ergo, I just swaddle them up when they're newborn and I put them in. I don't know if that's technically legal, but that's what I do. I swaddle them up, I make sure their head's up here, you know. And so first time around, I would use the ergo for grocery, for shopping, for walking. I wouldn't even use a stroller at all because the ergo is so handy and they love it. I mean, all of my babies have just loved it. So I wouldn't even bother with a stroller because if you need to go to the grocery store, you can put their car seat, or when they get bigger, you can put them in the cart, and it's not that big of a deal. And everywhere else, I'll just use the baby backpack, or use the baby backpack even at the grocery store. So first time around, I wouldn't even worry about it. But I might register for some gift cards and hoard those to buy a stroller with second baby, okay? So what I use a stroller for now is because I have multiple kids. If I go on a walk with my 3 babies, I have 3 under 3, I put one in the baby backpack and I have 2 in the stroller. Now often they'll get out, my boys will get out once we get to our creek, and then there's no cars around, and so I might put baby in the stroller at that time. But I have a double stroller, and it's the 2, let's see if I can draw it. So I have a stroller like this where the handles are in the back, and then I have one seat here and one seat here, and here's the wheels. Okay, and here's the stroller. And it has attachable parts and everything like this, like a little tray, okay, for each of them. I ended up taking all of those off. And it was just easier once they were able to sit and stay on their own to not have the trays. And they still have the buckles and everything. So I would recommend this kind of stroller if you walk on a sidewalk a lot. So basically I would wait until you have a need for two seats for 2 babies at least. I would get a double stroller, and if you are walking on streets a lot with sidewalks, narrow sidewalks, or if you're going to be using it to shop anywhere where there's a confined, or shop or walk anywhere with a confined space, I'll definitely get it with the 2 seats, like long ways in front. If you are someone who lives in a really rural area where you're going to be doing more off-roading things, or if you just walk in your streets, not really busy streets at all, I would get those like triangle, big wheel, double strollers like this. If you think you're gonna have a large family, I hope that you can see that. If you're gonna have a large family, this type of stroller is also great too, because my friend has told me that she has 4 kids, up to 10 years old, and she has fit 4 babies in here. 2 little ones there, and then these are little, she uses this like front area as seats, and so she has had, in times of emergency, all 4 of her kids on that stroller. That's amazing. So if you think you're gonna have a big family, or if you don't mind, you know, if there's no room, if you don't mind popping into a street for a little while when you're walking, I would get the double wide stroller. And it kind of depends. These are also the big wheels. I'm gonna mention the wheels here real quick. If you get those big wheels, those are great for if you're gonna walk on a dirt path, or if you happen to need to go through sand, if you're by the beach. That's better. I don't recommend strollers at all for the beach, but if you have to, this is the one to go with. Now my stroller doesn't have these big wheels. It has teeny tiny wheels. Now the tiny wheels are really great because they're durable. What would be great, and I've seen actually, my sister has a stroller like this. Her stroller has big wheels that are hard. Now my wheels, they're not like wheels that you pump up. They're really like small and hard plastic around them. They're great because they never go flat. And I am a person where every time I ride my bike, the tires go flat. It's very frustrating, and so I never ride my bike because the tires are always flat. So I had a stroller that was kind of like this, but single when I first had Owen. The tires popped right away. And I was like, now I can't use the stroller anymore. Went to a thrift store, got this one, tiny wheels, they never go flat. The problem with this is that it's a little bit harder to steer, so I can't jog with my stroller. It's just not gonna happen because there's no turning radius. Like if you wanna turn the thing, it's like, okay? No jogging. If you want a jogger, you have to get the big wheels. That's also better for off-roading and stuff. If you have a husband who would be willing to run with your children in the stroller, you need to get one of these, the jogger kind. They're wonderful. But again, if you only have one, I would just get a baby backpack, skip the whole stroller ordeal. The backpacks are so great and you get to snuggle with them and they're wonderful. So I hope this was helpful. I've kind of gone over the design, 2 types of design of double strollers. I don't really find a use for single strollers unless it's like one of those umbrella strollers. Now I have not used these. I'm going to just talk about this briefly before I say goodbye. These are the little like woo umbrella strollers. They have the crisscross, and then they just, they go. They're the really like cheap $5 strollers that look like they have umbrella handles. These, I think if you only have one baby, I would use the backpack until they got too heavy and too big. And then I would just get this if you're going to a theme park or if you want a stroller and you want, if you're going on a long walk on a sidewalk where they get tired or something like that, I would just whip out the umbrella stroller. So depending on how many kids you have, what kind of terrain, and how fast you want to go, you got to pick a stroller that is designed for you and your family. There are tons out there. It's just amazing the options that you have with strollers. Good places to find strollers. I don't think I would ever buy them in a store, although it's nice to have them new. I would definitely look at thrift stores. I would look on Facebook. They have all these like moms groups and marketplace groups where people will buy, sell, trade used stuff. There's always baby stuff. Craigslist is another place to find these used things. The thing about baby stuff is that babies are only babies for so long. So after 1, 2, 3 years of use, people have outgrown these things and they're usually in really good condition. Now my stroller is thrashed because I bought it used and then just thrashed it. I mean, I need a new stroller. But a lot of times these things are in really great condition and were hardly ever used. So definitely look for used. If not, register for one. If you're having a second baby shower, that would be a great idea. I hope this was helpful to you. This is Emily with Help Me Mama. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and as always pass it along to a friend. If you have an idea for a video, please comment below. I would love to take your idea and answer it and help you out.
Help me, Mama!